What's up, guys? Welcome to Rebel Fitness Academy. You know, the channel for mindset and fitness growth. Typically, you'll see me in the content room, but I'm gonna start giving you guys more raw, authentic videos where it's gonna be spur of the moment right here. Where when it touch my mind, I'm gonna give it to you. So, we have the 7 pillars of foundation system, which is the system that I built and created to rebuild my life after serving 5 years incarcerated, and it helped me transform and stand on my pivot and become a man. So today, the 7 out of the 7 pillars, we're going to be talking about number 6, which is environment. And I'm not talking about environment of where I live or my home. I'm going to talk about the other part of environment, and that is who you surround yourself with. So basically what had been going on with me is I have friends who are incarcerated, and then I also have people who I met while I was incarcerated that sometimes I still keep in contact with. And so when people call me from the jails, I've been in that position. I've been at rock bottom before. So when people call me and ask me, for $20 or $30 here and there, or maybe they ask me to call somebody or send a message for them, or, do anything. Maybe I might be placing bets for somebody. It might be anything that they might be having me do for them, because I understand, because I've been in that position. But let me tell you the story. So basically, I met this guy while I was locked up, right? And we did some time together, and we ended up being cool. And when we got out, we still stayed in contact. He had got out before me, and we stayed in contact. And he was a cool dude, and he got a good heart. I won't say his name, and this is not a diss to any of my friends that's locked up. This is just my true, authentic feelings that I'm speaking on my channel, and I thought that it would benefit my following. So basically, man, he been calling me and stuff like that. And like I said, I met this guy while we were incarcerated, and he got out before me. And for whatever reason, I won't speak on his case, but he went back to jail, and now he's back in the penitentiary, right? So anyway, now we would talk like off and on, like here and there on the phone. He called me, I check in, hey, how you doing, brother? Da 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 da. I wish the best for you. Da 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 da. I might send him $20 or $30 here and there. That's just the kind of heart that I have as a man, because I like to help others. But what I don't like is when somebody take my kindness for weakness, and they try to like take advantage of me, or think that this is an opportunity for them to come up, instead of trying to maintain a friendship and a bond with me as a genuine friendship and bond, instead of just trying to be an opportunist. So I say all that to say, basically, boom. So he had been recently, this has been going on for like the last month, and I just now put an end to it. So he had been calling me a lot, and I would answer every single call. He would call me multiple times a day, and like I said, I would answer every single call, because typically I answer almost every single jail call, and he may have ruined it for everybody. So I'm answering every single call, and you know what I'm saying, we would rotate on the phone, and he would have me like, make a 3-way call to somebody. I put money on the phone for us to talk, but he would have me make a 3-way call to somebody. Cool, all right, whatever. He would have me send a text out to somebody. All right, cool, okay, whatever. Sometimes he would ask me for money, and I would send him a little bit of money here and there. But I'm in a position right now where I'm so heavily invested into Rebel Fitness Academy and into my car rental company, Rent Ride Go, that all my money and time, I'm really not allocating any more money outside of these 2 businesses that I'm trying to grow. So he started to kind of get upset that I couldn't send him no money no more. But it was like, all right, bro, why are you getting so upset about me not sending you this money for these couple of times, when first of all, you got out before me and then you went back? That's not my responsibility to just automatically take care of you. Anything I do for you, anything I do for somebody, is out of the kindness of my heart, not because I'm obligated. Last time I checked, I don't have no children. I don't have nobody I have to take care of. Only person I really got to take care of is my dog, Rex. That's it. I bought him, and I'm obligated to take care of him because that's my dog, right? And my mother if she needs me, right? But outside of that, and my father. But outside of that, who am I obligated to take care of? So anyway, he had began getting upset about me not always sending him money when he asked, and then I explained to him what I just explained to y'all about I'm heavily invested in my business and I really don't owe nobody anything. So we get past that. Now, he had been calling me multiple times a day, having me do three-way calls and stuff like that. So it was so many three-way calls that I was doing like multiple times throughout the day, and the jail calls are 20 minutes. Now, operating Rebel Fitness Academy and operating Red Ride Go, everything is done from my phone. So I explained this to him as well, like, hey bro, like I could take the call here and there, I could do a three-way like here and there, but I operate off my phone, so I cannot keep giving you multiple 20-minute calls a day where you take over my phone, where you gotta, where you having a three-way call. So he'd be like, all right, okay, for sure, bro. Da da da. Still, next day or later on in that same day, he'd call me and do the same thing. But again, like I said, I'm cool. Like I'm not even upset about it. I'm just letting them know, look, bro, like I know you got a lot going on. Da da da. Please, like this what's going on with me, right? So then recently my little brother is from San Diego, California. He had never been to Chicago before. He grew up there. My father went there to California when I was young, and he stayed out there, and he'd been out there all them years, but that's another story, right? So that's just the backstory of it. My brother comes to visit me. My brother wanted to come to visit me, so this will be his first time coming to Chicago. So I told this guy before my brother came that my brother would be here and that I'm gonna be spending a lot of time with him, so I might not be able to really answer my phone or make three-ways. Still, he called me, asked me to do a three-way. When he called me and asked me to do a three-way, I said I can only be on here for a couple of minutes because my little brother is here. And I'm trying to spend time with him, so I really don't even want him. He's young. He's only like 15, 16 years old. So I really don't even want him hearing these jail calls and stuff like that. I really don't even want him to see the other side of that. All right, okay, bro, I got you. Da, da, da. Get on the phone. He's still talking like 15 minutes. I got my thing on mute because I'm letting them talk. Then I get on there. I tell him, like, look, bro, like I need my phone back and I'm over here spending time with my brother. He still don't want to listen. So it got to the point now, I just said, fuck it. I ain't going to answer no more. And I stopped answering. One day, this nigga called me 11 times, bro. 11 times, and I ain't answered one day. And I didn't feel like getting on the phone and explaining myself about why I'm not answering. But just by the fact of you calling me 11 times in a day shows that you think that you entitled to anything that I do for you. That's where this shit go wrong. So I felt very upset, and now I'm no longer going to be answering this guy's calls. And that's not to say that I don't care about him or that I'm not his friend anymore or anything like that. It's just, you know what? I wish the best for you, but I'm going to keep my distance to protect my peace, to protect what I got going on, to protect my mental health, because it feels like constantly, not just him, but constantly, I always get calls from people, and it's always about what I can do for them and how I can bring them up and stuff like that. But most of these calls and most of these people that I speak to are not assets in my life. They are liabilities. I'm an asset in every person's life that I connect to, not a liability, right? But then I have all of these liabilities around me, which brings me down. So I no longer want to connect in relationships that are not where we uplift one another. It's not going to be one-sided where every time you talk to me, you just become uplifted, benefited, and raised up in different ways in your life where I gain absolutely nothing from the relationship. So the moral of this story that I say to say all of this is that the lesson that I learned and I want to give to you guys is that I want you to, in 2026, to truly audit your time and the people that you spend your time around, because sadly, this is not the first type of situation where I've dealt with the same principled story, basically. It might not have been somebody being incarcerated and having me to do all those things that I just explained, but the principle of the story is the same thing. And I feel like I've dealt with these patterns over the years of my life, and out of the kindness in my heart and what is perceived loyalty to being loyal. When someone becomes my friend, I show loyalty. So perceiving this in my mind as that I must be loyal, that I have to always be there for these people, even if it doesn't benefit me, that's not true, right? So what I'm realizing is that loyalty that I've been attached to, because from the street mindset, the loyalty that I've been attached to is actually disloyalty to myself. So for 2026, I'm choosing to only spend my time in relationships and friendships that benefit me, not in a selfish way, but in a way where we both uplift each other. It cannot just be one-sided from my end, right? So that is why I feel off balance. To tie everything back together, I feel off balance because my number 6 pillar, environment, has been shaken, and I've allowed the wrong things inside of my environment. So if you're going through anything that you feel like you're off balance with your life, take a look at your 7 pillars: mind, body, alignment, income, mobility, what you use to get from point A to point B as far as your goals, environment, and purpose. When you check off those 7 things and then you look, well, which one am I slacking in? Then you go and you fix those things. You will notice that you will start to elevate more and more and more. And then when you become stagnant and you reach that mental health block and something's going wrong, re-audit your 7 pillars again. Find a pillar that needs to be worked on and then work on that. So for me right now, I'm going to fix my environment. That's the thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to fix my environment because I'm not perfect. I teach it, but I'm not perfect. I'm just teaching you what I know. So this is what I learned from the situation. Hey, it's Rebel Fitness Academy, man. Follow me on Instagram at Rebel Fitness Academy. Comment your thoughts, like, comment, subscribe. If you're looking for help becoming the best version of yourself mentally and physically, hey, Rebel Fitness Academy, the link is in the description.